Stugotz thinks the Cowboys are the best team in the league, and Jerry Jones is a good general manager.
I really do. I don't think he gets enough credit. I'm not saying he's doing it on his own. I'm not certain if Dallas is the best team in the league. I think Dallas is really, really good, and they're one of those teams where if they're holding up the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the season, I'm not going to be surprised. But to my point about Jerry Jones, I know Stephen Jones, his son, is also helping out. But when you think about how they constructed that team, and they did so mostly through the draft, with Jerry as the GM, by selecting Dak Prescott, by getting Zeke Elliott, by getting Tony Pollard, by getting that offensive line, by taking CeeDee Lamb, by getting Micah Parsons, by trading for Amari Cooper. Jerry Jones has been at the forefront of putting this team together, and he's done a phenomenal job in putting a team together basically through the draft where, think about all the draft picks, and he built his offensive line through the draft. So think about all the draft picks, the criticism we give people for not being able to draft correctly, yet the Cowboys are hitting at a clip that I think is probably better than just about any other team out there.
And they fixed their defense enough.
Micah Parsons is really good.
Their defense was an apocalypse last year.
Yeah, and Trayvon Diggs as well.
Yeah.
So my feeling about the Cowboys,
he didn't have another pick this weekend, did he? Trayvon Diggs didn't have a pick against the Giants, did he?
I believe he did.
I think he did.
So it's 6 and 5 games now with a pick 6?
Yep, 6 and 5 games. Yep. So my thing about the Cowboys is I feel like I owe the entire sports take industry an apology. Because for 9 months, First Take, Get Up, First Things First, Skip and Shannon Show, all these shows, for 9 months, all they did was Dak Prescott's contract extension. And I thought, why are they doing this for a quarterback that I don't think matters that much?
I'll remember it as what we did during the pandemic, that and Tiger King.
Yeah. It's all we talked about.
Don't leave out The Last Dance, please.
Oh, good shout.
Thank you.
Good shout. But all those shows
Love
debated
is blind.
Do you give Dak Prescott a contract extension? And it's like, why are we discussing this much over a quarterback that I don't think is very good? I think he's like, I think he's a decent quarterback. No, I'm saying okay. I'm saying
he's good.
This is my apology.
Hold
This is
on.
my apology.
Guys,
I'm not
back
done
off
yet.
for a second.
I was going to help him out and saying Chris's defense. I was actually thinking the same thing.
I'm with him on underestimating Dak Prescott based on where he's drafted and not thinking he was, I can throw for more passing yards consistently than anybody any given week of the season. I think that's why we were discussing it that way, not just because he was the Cowboys quarterback. A lot of people doubted it, even though numerically we probably shouldn't have doubted it.
I just thought it was a product of this amazing talent that they have in Dallas, right? What Stugotz is talking about. Dak Prescott's awesome.
Yes.
He has been incredible this year. That offense is awesome. They have 2 good running backs. Zeke Elliott just ran for 100 yards. He appears to be okay again. They have 2 really good wide receivers. It seems like Dak Prescott loves this Dalton Schultz. He's a great tight end.
Another guy they drafted, by the way, a cyborg.
That offense is unstoppable. And people are talking about their offensive, like Tony Romo, just kind of out of nowhere during a broadcast just goes, oh yeah, Kellen Moore's getting a head coaching job this year. It's like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean? I think the league is recognizing how good he is at his job. Dak Prescott is incredible. Coming off of that injury, the hip in particular seems to be one that's really tough to come back from. He has been incredible this season. And I owe him an apology. I thought, what's all this fuss about Dak Prescott for?
Way to go, Whittingham.
Yes.
Way to go. Way to go, Whittingham.
I love that. Bigger man than I.
I've never felt so supported on a
Bigger
take.
man than I.
This is great. Whittingham agrees with me.
Whittingham,
it's amazing.
And agrees with you with such zeal that he feels the need to apologize to Dak Prescott as if he were listening.
And the Sports Take Industrial Complex.
Yeah, that was really good stuff. Dallas is super fun to watch. They're getting back to that super physical football that made them fun to watch a couple of years ago, but now they have the added dynamic of Dak Prescott's become a really good quarterback.
He's completing excuse me. He's
completing.
completed.
$5.
Oh no, I got 5. Someone owes me 10 now.
$5.
He's completed 75% of his passes.
$5.
Okay. I'll put it in.
I'd like to also very
I'll have it at
quickly,
20
we can just
and-
move this along real quick. I'm
Costing me
going
a
to
lot,
apologize
this
to
one.
Lamar Jackson, and we move on back to Dak Prescott.
No, hey, whoa.
No. I'm just
Why are you
briefly-
apologizing
I
to
mean, that
Lamar
was
Jackson?
pretty
Why
quick.
now?
I mean,
That's Polian's
Jeez.
lane, man.
No,
what are you
I'm
doing?
just going to apologize to Lamar Jackson. We can keep it
Rug.
moving.
What about Herbert? You want to?
I did that earlier in the week, and I apologize to Josh Allen. I told you where I was coming from. Don't hold Herbert against me. Don't make what I said bigger than it actually was. I just said coming into the NFL, I didn't think Justin Herbert was all that great. And 2 weeks ago, I'm like, you're talking about him like he's the best quarterback in the world, and he's statistically the third best quarterback in his division. I'm still very shocked at some of his big play passing numbers. It doesn't translate to what I see on my eyes, but he's a very
I
good
just love
quarterback.
it. I love it as a sports argument. All of it. You didn't believe in him enough. You thought he was a little bit better than he actually was. You did.
Yeah.
You did. You thought he was overrated.
It's okay. And for years, I've been saying, I don't know about Lamar Jackson. When he becomes a predictable offense,
That was Gruden's greatest crime. We had a black quarterback have a quarterback performance, and Gruden stole the black quarterback's shine. That was Lamar Jackson's night. That
fourth quarter was awesome.
That
Yeah,
should
he
have
was
been
awesome.
his. That should have been his night.
My whole thing against Lamar Jackson is if he goes down big and it becomes a predictable passing offense, can he do it? And he did it against the AFC champion Chiefs, even though they botched that game as someone that bet on the Chiefs. And he did it against the Colts when they were predictable. He was really good. So I apologize to Lamar Jackson for now. But I reserve the right to be back and also elevate the fact that I am a Cleveland Browns fan, and a lot of what I'm doing is just I'm not going to root for a Raven. Now, audience, it's your turn to apologize to me for you pushing back on my Cam Newton takes for so long.
I have to.
Hold on. Let's give the audience a chance.
Yep.
Yeah.
I see you're just as stubborn as I am, audience. Yeah. I had people calling me racist in my mentions. Guy hasn't been good in 6 goddamn years.
I have to apologize to Josh Allen
And Tom Brady.
and Tom Brady for 10 years. I've got to apologize.
3.5 years, okay?
I don't know if any of us are going to have to render any kind of apology to Mike Ryan on Baker Mayfield, though. Where the
Jury's out.
No.
No, I've even come around on Baker Mayfield. I still think Baker Mayfield is good. And this is going to be the new do you pay Dak? Because I think Baker had a really good game on Sunday against the Chargers, but I also think he didn't stretch the field as much as I'd like. He was also playing without his 2 tackles, which got in Stefanski's own head.
Odell
Stefanski admitted that.
Beckham is open 75% of the time, according to the advanced
Yeah,
metrics.
creating separation.
One of the most open receivers in the league.
If
Yeah,
Baker
well-
was only taller.
Yeah. But the offense creates a lot of open looks for a lot of receivers. And I'm only like 50% sure Odell's going to catch it if we put it on the money. That's always been the problem with Odell. But let's get back to Baker. I think I'm at the point now where I come at with Baker, which I think I've articulated, is I've been searching 20 years for a quarterback as good as Baker Mayfield. I'm not going to push him out the door. I'm not going to do this thing, which is what we see in the media, which is Kirk Cousins sucks. No, Kirk Cousins you can win with. Situationally, he's good. Baker Mayfield needs to be a better situational quarterback. If his ceiling is going to be that Tannehill, Flacco range, right? That Derek Carr range, he just needs to be better situationally. Derek Carr is very good in late game situations. Kirk Cousins, for the most part, is good in late game situations. I need Baker, if that's his ceiling, to be better in late game situations.
While we're all making apologies, I want to apologize to Daniel Jones because I cackled when he was drafted 6th overall to the Giants a couple years ago. I thought he was going to be the worst quarterback in the league.
I said it earlier this year. I said every team in the league had a quarterback who could do something except Daniel Jones.
And you know what? He's not great, but he does something once a game or so, maybe a couple times a game that you're like, wow, that was really athletic, and I'm impressed. He's not the worst quarterback in the league. He's fine.
I think he's good. He had a lot of weapons taken away from him. He's limited the turnovers, which was always a big thing with him. And I think he's good. But if you look at his numbers, he's Baker Mayfield, and we just treat him differently.
I love this as a segment, apologizing to quarterbacks who we still don't know whether they're good or not.
I'd like to apologize to Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo was a half away from making a Super Bowl. And I have spent the last 2 seasons saying that you're not going to win a Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo. But As I watched Trey Lance play last week and Jimmy Garoppolo was not there, he somehow became better looking and became a better quarterback. And Jimmy Garoppolo is a quarterback in that system that could win the San Francisco 49ers a Super Bowl. And we all owe him an apology. I got it out there.
No, you
Well said.
You owe him an apology.
Now, I heard you say some bad things about Jimmy G as well.
I said I wanted the Steelers to trade for him like 2 weeks ago.
I mean, that's obvious, though. Yeah, Big Ben. I'm sorry.
You want Jacoby Brissett right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not sorry to Big Ben. He can apologize to me.
He can apologize to all of us.
Yeah. I've seen some of those games.
Does Big Ben need to apologize to
for
all
that
of
Bengals
us?
game.
He should. We should
Just
call him and get an
Playing better
apology.
lately. I mean,
One game. He had one game where he should have thrown 2 other interceptions that were dropped.
he threw one right at a linebacker.
No, 2.
Like,
He threw 2.
It was like it was his intended
he
target.
did it twice, and
It happens.
Stugotz Ben was great, 15 of 25.
Yeah.
Like he threw the ball downfield a couple of times, and because we saw him throw it down the field a couple of times, we're like, yes, thank you, no more slants.
we were head to head, grit of death. That's why you're mad at Ben. I mean, he won me that game, and you lost. I mean,
you
he
and
did-
Jessica
yeah.
talking about how great Ben was
He
when he
was.
was just fine.
He had a QB rating of 120.7. I mean, that's great.
Fine.
Sometimes you just need a fine quarterback when you have a great first-round draft pick as your running back and you have great offensive weapons at wide receiver. R.I.P. Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm going to miss him the rest of the season. I
I'm
love him
not.
so much.
Good riddance.
He's still with us.
He's
I mean,
still with us. Yeah, I mean, he's not dead.
Well, he can't play though.
Some people can play through that.
Should apologize for that.
He probably can't dance anymore, Tony.
He's out for
Well,
4 months.
He
What do you
opted
mean?
for
It's
surgery.
his shoulder.
Do you hear what Odell Beckham Jr. said? Yeah, I've been playing with a
Who's gonna walk
dislocated shoulder my
Bougie?
entire career.
Who's going to walk Bougie? His shoulder's hurt.
Bougie's his dog.
Bougie Smith-Schuster.
Oh yeah, that's his dog. Yeah.
So to recap, sorry Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G.
Sorry, Josh Allen.
Sorry Josh Allen.
Sorry, Kirk Cousins and Derek Carr, or no?
Sorry Dak Prescott.
No
Mhm.
sorry to Ben Roethlisberger. He owes you an apology.
Mhm.
Sorry Lamar Jackson. You apologize to me for Cam Newton.
Yes.
Wow.
Sorry to Daniel Jones.
Sorry to the Sports Steak Industrial Complex.
Mhm.
Skip Bayless personally
No, I'm
from
not doing that.
from Woody.
Is Stephen A. running scared? Is Stephen A. running scared of this Cowboys team?
Yes.
They're in his number 2 slot in his A list of top 5 teams.
I mean,
But you know what he's doing right now.
you're right. He's setting it up.
He's
Yeah.
building them up to knock them right down. So he can send out a tweet of him in a cowboy hat smoking a cigar laughing. It's
the
all a
second
setup.
they lose.
Yeah.
Yes. the
No, it's
second they
a
lose.
page out of Skip's playbook.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to hype this person up, but you know exactly what they're doing when they go missing.
Mike, do you feel like you have a? I was doing my top 8 quarterbacks in the AFC and NFC because I do it every week. And your quarterback, do you feel like you have a top 8 quarterback in your own conference? Because you
Pull up
don't.
the AFC.
Yeah.
I think it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's right there. Oh shit, that's tough.
I know it is.
I think he's
top 8 in your own
I think
conference.
he's good. I think he's good. He needs to get better. Oh God.
Can he be the 8th best quarterback in the conference?
Because this is
They
where.
can still win a Super Bowl with him being the 8th best quarterback in the conference.
So 6, 7, 8 is Burrow, Tannehill, and Carr this week for me in my top 8. I have it right here.
Yeah,
I always
listen,
have it
I'm
with
taking
me.
Kansas City's quarterback.
I just love. Can we rewind it all to Stugotz's last 30 years of drafts he's ignoring on Jerry Jones?
What have you done for me lately?
I may
mean,
have a top 8 quarterback. I'm feeling good about this. In the AFC, there are 16 teams in the AFC.
Yeah,
Okay, so top half of my own conference. Come on,
You
Baker,
don't.
you can do this.
Mike, you're not going to get there.
I've got Kansas City's quarterback being better than him.
Right.
1.
He's 4th on my list.
Buffalo's quarterback being better than him. That's 2.
He's 3rd. Yeah.
Baker's better than New England's quarterback.
Mm-hmm. Yes, agreed.
Oh God, this one really freaking hurts.
Lamar Jackson.
Taking Lamar Jackson over him.
Of course you
That's
are.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders is tough. Raiders.
That's where it gets
I'm
tough.
gonna put that one to the side.
Put
We'll
it off
circle
to the
back.
side. All right, don't forget about a guy who's not playing.
What? Who?
Deshaun Watson.
I can't, no,
that doesn't
he's not in the
count.
AFC right now. Phew, thank God he doesn't count.
All right.
All right.
Siberia.
So now
Yeah.
do top 7.
All right, hang on. Wait, we're at 3. We're Chargers. That's 4. I'll take Baker over Teddy Bridgewater. I'll take Baker over Carson Wentz. I'll take God, Joe Burrow's tough.
That's it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put that one on the side.
Okay.
All right.
So we got a Burrow and a car off to
We
the
got
side.
a Burrow and a car off to the side. Better than Zach Wilson.
Yes.
Better than Trevor Lawrence right now.
for now.
Yeah.
Better than Trevor Lawrence
Yes,
right now.
for
Trevor
now.
Lawrence is not
Too many
good.
picks. Too many picks, Jess. Too many picks.
You're gonna get one more, I think, where you're gonna want to put him
Better
off to
than
the
Tua-
side.
Better than Tua right now.
Yeah.
Tannehill.
Yeah, that's it. That's
no.
tricky.
They went head to head. They went head to head last year, and Baker looked a lot better than Tannehill. Not gonna just do the 1 game sample, but I'm gonna go Baker's better.
Tannehill's getting the ball to Odell. I promise you. I mean, he throws a great deep ball.
It's enough with Tannehill. It's enough. Like the most system team dependent quarterback. Like had a nice season. Congratulations. You have Derrick Henry running for 2,000 yards running behind you every season.
Not bitter at all.
Life's a bit easy when you got Derrick Henry running for 2,000 yards a season. Please.
The tipping point is Tannehill. I'm gonna say he's better than Tannehill. Better than Davis Mills' neck.
One of my favorite things is Witty's dolphin resentments.
Just so mad. He knows that.
I waited 7 goddamn years to find an answer for him.
Enough with Tannehill is something we were saying 5 years ago.
He's played in 2 championship games.
We've been saying enough with Tannehill for half a decade. We will give you Baker Mayfield solely on the grounds of enough with Tannehill.
Even if I concede Burrow and Carr, I still have a top 8 quarterback in the conference, even if I concede those two. Because
you're putting him ahead of Tannehill.
Even if I concede Tannehill, I have a top 8 quarterback. That's math, baby.
All right, but I was including Watson, so I took, I had Deshaun Watson in there.
So
I love that even in your hypothetical lists, you compromise your principles.
An AFC quarterback. He's on a roster. I mean,
just insisting
Zach
on
Wilson
inserting
next.
Deshaun Watson.
so dumb.